everyone, and welcome back to another edition of State Champs at the State Finals, presented by Lawrence Technological University. For more information, head on over to l2athletics.com. I'm your host, Elizabeth Kuhn, and we're going to recap the boys Lower Peninsula Swimming State Finals. Check these out.
We are TC! We are TC! We are TC! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3!
I'm Chris Gorski at Calvin University for the Division I Swimming State Finals. We start off with the 200-yard medley relay. Good one here down the stretch between Brighton and Ann Arbor Pioneer, but Gabriel Sanchez-Burks, swimming anchor for Pioneer, gets the first win of the day. Next up, the 200-yard freestyle. Canton's Ryan Gergel took second place in this event last year. Now, as a senior, he claims the championship. We move on to the 200-yard individual medley. As a freshman, Owen Stevens finished 6th in 2022. Now, as a sophomore, he pulls away down the stretch and wins his first individual state championship. In the 50-yard freestyle, Sanchez-Burks back in the pool for Pioneer. The senior is able to hold off Julian Carrier from West Ottawa and add another win to Pioneer's total. We head to the other side of the pool for the diving portion of the event. Rockford's Julian Cardenas shows off a great dive here that scored a 58.5 as he finishes first in the diving competition.
It means a lot, especially last year I came in second and I've been thinking about it ever since, so it means a lot to me.
Back to the swimming pool with the 100-yard fly. Gergel won the event last year and follows up with another win here, claiming his second championship of the day. Next up, the 100-yard freestyle. Sanchez-Burks with one of the best performances in the competition. He comes away with another state title, and the senior would go 4 for 4 in his races, adding another championship later in the relays. In the 500-yard freestyle, we check back in with Stevens. He finished 4th in this race in 2022, but he cut over 6 seconds off his time from that to finish with his second state championship of the day.
It's great. You know, I went into the season wanting at least one individual win, and I got 2, so it's a great feeling. I love to win, and you know, all the work is paid off.
In the 200-yard freestyle relay, Sanchez-Burks got Pioneer off to a hot start, and Chris Luschik anchors the race for Pioneer as they get another win. Next up in the 100-yard backstroke, Oxford's Olin Charnstrom finished 13th in 2022, but now the junior can call himself a state champion with the win here. We move on to the 100-yard breaststroke. Brighton's Luke Newcomb finished as runner-up last year, but as a junior he picks up the win, and Brighton would finish 3rd overall as a team. Finally, the 400-yard freestyle relay. Ann Arbor Pioneer had a lot of success on the day, and here we see freshman Edward Zhang anchors the race and picks up another win as Pioneer sweeps the relays. Holland West Ottawa had an impressive day in the pool. Julian Carrier picked up a 2nd and 3rd place finish, and Joseph Engel finished 2nd in the 500-yard freestyle as the Panthers take home 2nd place as a team. But the day belonged to Ann Arbor Pioneer, with a senior class that had never lost a competition, and today was no different as they win their 3rd straight Division I state championship.
It's amazing to win another one. It's my 3rd freshman year. We didn't really have states, but I'm happy to go out with a bang. Pioneer swim has been such a journey for me, and all I've known was the older guys stepping up, encouraging me, and I'm glad we could do it this year.
It's the culmination of about 110 days of really hard, purposeful, focused work, and these guys never kind of let their foot off the gas from the first day to the last.
I'm Chris Gorski at the Holland Aquatic Center, taking a look at the Division II state finals with action from the preliminary races. Big weekend for Fenton's Max Haney. After finishing 5th in the 200-yard IM last year, the senior came away with the win this year. Later in the weekend, he would also go on to pick up another state championship in the 100-yard backstroke. Next, we head to the diving competition. where Grosse Pointe South's Logan Hefner put on a show, bringing home first place by over 53 points. But the Blue Devils weren't done there. In the 100-yard fly, senior Kieran Rahman improved on his fourth-place finish last year to come home with the championship. And in the 100-yard freestyle, junior Troy Liu brought home another first place for the Blue Devils as Grosse Pointe South finished fourth as a team. Birmingham Seaholm had an impressive performance with consistent results throughout the team that led the Maples to a third-place finish. U of D took care of business in the freestyle relays, with sophomore Evan Tax serving as anchor on both the 200 and 400 freestyle relay teams. They brought home 2 state championships in those events on their way to a second-place finish as a team. But the weekend would belong to Birmingham Groves. In the 200 medley relay, junior Asa Allen swam anchor as the Falcons took home first place. Later in the 200-yard freestyle, senior Ian Duncan finished third in 2022, but shaved over 2 seconds off his time and came away with first place for Groves. And finally, in the 100-yard breaststroke, Angus McDonald took home first place for the Falcons to finish a nice weekend for him after also picking up first place as part of the relay team. And Birmingham Groves goes on to win the Division II state championship.
I'm Greg Molson at Oakland University for the Division III Boys Swim and Dive State Finals. East Grand Rapids coming in as the 2-time defending state champs, looking for a three-peat. The Pioneers had the fastest qualifying time in the first event of the meet, the 200-yard medley relay, but Bloomfield Hills, Cranbrook, Kingswood would show they'd be in for a fight. Check out the finish here with the Cranes' Joseph Wider getting to the wall first by 1/100th of a second, getting Cranbrook off to a great start.
I'm one of the coaches. I love to score psych sheets before prelims. After prelims, I love to score psych sheets again to see where we kind of stand. And going into today, EGR had 11 points on us. So we had to find places to beat them. In that medley, they won by 100th of a second, and that's a 12-point swing. So we started off great. We got a little bit of momentum rolling, and the guys just kept rolling, and they kept going, and every swim we just kept building.
Adrian freshman London Rising would then win the next event, taking the 200 freestyle in 140.12. But Cranbrook then gets another win in the 200 IM. Senior Ethan Schwab set a Division III finals record in the prelims. He then beat that mark with another record in the final, taking first in 1 minute 48.23 seconds.
It was awesome. My previous best time was like 1:59.4 or something, so coming in, going another second best time was awesome. Really proud of the progress I made in the IM. I mean, I think in the past 2 years I've dropped like 7 seconds in that event, so I'm really proud of that.
Up next was the 50 freestyle, and it was Ben Seitzma from Grand Rapids Christian who was the fastest, winning with a time of 20.57. The divers then take over with Chelsea's Mitch Brown running away to a big win, outscoring the second place diver by nearly 100 points. We had another freshman leading the way in the 100 butterfly. Otsego's Liam Smith winning by nearly a full second at 49.74. In the 100 free, the 50 free winner, Ben Seitzma, is just edged out at the end by Fremont's Matt Garcia, touching the wall in 44.75. The defending champs then get their first win in the 500 freestyle. Junior Carter Cagle swimming away from the rest of the field, winning by a full 5 seconds in 4:33.36. We had another great finish and another Cranbrook win in the 200 free relay. The Cranes edging out Grand Rapids Christian by 9/100ths of a second. In the 100 backstroke, Manistee's Alec Lampin takes the title, winning in 50.30. And in the final individual race of the day, it's the swimmer of the day. Cranbrook's Ethan Schwab getting his third win. He won the 200 IM and was on the 200 medley relay team. The future Michigan Wolverine taking first in the 100 breaststroke with a time of 54.31. Finally, East Grand Rapids gets the win in the 400 freestyle relay, but it wasn't enough for a three-peat. The Pioneers settle for a second-place finish in the team race as Cranbrook wins the title. And the Cranes then celebrate, of course, by going for a swim.
This year, we knew that we had the potential as a team to come in and win, and I'm so proud of the team.
That was incredible. It was a season goal that we set at the start, and it was a team effort from top to bottom. We had studs on top, but we had depth, and our depth showed up big time today to nickel and dime our way. It was a team effort, and they killed it.
Congratulations to all of our state champions. That wraps up another edition of State Champs at the State Finals.
State Champs at the State Finals is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Find out more about the athletic programs that is offered at LTU. Visit LTUathletics.com. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of the MHSAA. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Male and Female Athlete of the Year Awards. Who will be this year's award winners? Find out live June 5th only on State Champs Sports Network.